Hello guys, welcome. So in this video I'll show you how to escalate privilege in Linux system using misconfigured environment variables with pseudo privileges. So during enumeration I found that this system has this LD preload. So in this system sudo has been configured to inherit this LD preload environment variables from user environments. Okay, let me show you how to escalate it. For that we need to just make a um, sort is C exploit. So let me just make it using vim exploit dot c, or we can just name it preload dot c. Okay, now let's include three headers. Include stdio.h standard input output, so this header is used to run system command and standard library. Okay, let's make a main function. Okay, then let's onset the LD preload. LD preload. Now we are going to set here UID GID to that subroot. To do that, use command onset environment, onset env 0 0 0. I kind of forget to give a semicolon. I use Python mostly for making scripts, that's why I need to make a shared object for exploiting this environment variable, so I'm actually doing it in C. Okay, now let's execute bin bash and keep dash p flag to secure the current privilege. So it's for preserving the privilege, and let's close it with curly braces. I think it's the correct exploit. Okay, so we got a preload.c file here. Okay, now let's just create a shared object using this code. So to do that I'm just using gcc-fpic. This flag fpic just creates a position independent console. So to create a shared file we need to give a flag shared and no dot files. So we want to create this shared object in temp, and let's name it preload.so. We are using this temp preload.c to just create a shared object. I think it's the correct syntax. So I forget to give out file flag -o. Okay, let's run it. So it says that too many arguments to function onset env. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, now our shared object is created. Okay, so we created this preload.so shared object. Now let's use sudo with sudo environment to just escalate privilege. Okay, to do that just type sudo LD preload. Now we are going to set this LD preload value to temp preload, and this run a script that is running with sudo privilege. Before getting into that, let's check what are running with sudo rights. Kind of showed you already how to escalate privilege with all these scripts, and so what is left is Apache 2. So there is no any method to actually escalate privilege and get a shell using Apache 2. We can just use Apache 2 to just read shadow file in this. We need to manually crack the hash. Okay, but using this LD preload, and when you run Apache 2, you can just get the shell. Yeah. So we did this sudo and set this LD preload to /temp preload.so, the shared object that we created with our C exploit that we just created. I'll just leave the link to that exploit in the description below. We can just copy that exploit also. Okay, now let's run Apache 2. So this script or this program should run with sudo privilege. You can just use anything. We can use find nano vim also, that anything that run with sudo privilege. Okay, let's use Apache 2. Okay, let's hit enter. Okay, now actually we are root user and we successfully escalated the privilege. And the shared libraries are libraries that are loaded by programs when they start. So when a shared library is installed properly, all programs that start afterward automatically use the new shared library. So in our case, we just set the environment variable LD preload that has sudo rights to load the shared object that we created from our malicious file, which ultimately spawn the root shell. So this much in this video. Thanks for watching it, and please don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon.